Not a big deal on a 500. Not that big of a deal on a middleweight adventure bike. Kootenay 790, 890. Definitely a big deal on a heavyweight like this.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Tires off. Time to replace the tube.
Guess what I'm doing? I'm headed out for another 72 hours of adventure, which might turn out to be quite a bit longer. I just left home and I'm going to go do the Canadian BDR of the Kootenay region. This is a rather famous section of Highway 6, very, very twisty. Lots of people come out here on their bikes just to run this section a few times. It's great. I'm not a great street rider. You're not going to be impressed. I'm just going to enjoy the ride. Off Highway 6 we go. And into the wilderness, didn't you know? Watchand Lake. Certainly is pretty out here. Unfortunately, I'm behind a car or a truck. I think I've almost got them. There they are. Okay, I'm going to do a little planned departure from the Kootenay BDR. There's a lake up here that I want to stay at tonight. It's a ways up there, and maybe I'll have it to myself or at least find a spot. Let's boogie. First site, and there, it's open. Amazing. I'll probably go back to that. Show you the bean site first. Aha. Hello there. Isn't it cool? So those folks can have it, and I'll go back to my own little private one where no one's going to move in next to me because there's no room. Yeah, baby, it's mine. Ta-da! Everything's still there. I do still have to tell you guys about my Macho Camacho knife. Look at my tool rolls, doing awesome there. Love it. Did a little bit of refactoring here. This will never slide side to side now because I've done this thing. And I have 4-liter water bladder as low as I can. The nice thing about water bladders is as they get empty, they take up less and less and less space, whereas a plastic bottle takes up the same amount of space no matter what. Awesome. Do I have a bare tree thingy? That's not very high up, guys. Let's go take a look. Yep, this is what I'm talking about, right here. I have not shown you my camp setup before, and I like seeing other people set up, so this is just temporary, this fly thing. So this is so that it's separate, it's not the one that comes with the tent, and it's so I can have a place to cook under in the rain or escape from under the sun. It can be set up anywhere. My tent does not have its fly on it right now. The wind is not cooperating. So I have a inflatable mattress. I put my CoolMax sleeping bag liner on top of it. It also can be used as a sleeping bag on a really hot night. Inflatable pillow. This is a sleeping quilt. So it's basically a sleeping bag without the bottom, and it hooks around this thing. It saves weight. And if things get really cold, this is my backup plan, plan B, a bivvy. So I can basically put it over top of my entire system and keep myself much, much warmer. That's about it. That's it, folks. It's been a good day, half day, huge day tomorrow. Good morning. I had a lovely but uneventful stay at this perfect little campsite. It's called Mosquito Lake. Come check it out. Let's go. Oh, well, the bike's warming up and I'm warming up. I'm just going to go along slowly here and tell you about my new side passion, and that's what's called Moto Jitsu. Well, that's something that this fellow Greg invented, and it's a series of belts, just like in Jiu-Jitsu, that you can work your way through on motorcycles. It's meant for street, and it involves setting up a bunch of cones in a parking lot, doing different drills, and other things. So you're going to see us doing a little bit of filming of that, and we've started up a club in Vernon that meets twice a month to go and practice the drills and work our way through our belts and stuff like that. So that's on Facebook, and we called it Vernon Moto Burlesque. Funny name, not as crazy as some of the ones that were floated though. Oh my, this looks like a big one. Oh, I've been here before. This is really cool. It's a little bit freaky. Yes, I'm gonna stop right in the middle of the road. There's nobody out here, right? Look at this. I'm gonna be very careful. Wow. Truly amazing. Right? Do not drop the GoPro. What? Wow. Can we see further up there? Brilliant. What an amazing place I live in. This is just the greatest. If you don't live around here, at least you can come visit, right? Come to the Okanagan, to the Kootenays, the Chilcotin, come to British Columbia. Just don't go to Vancouver. There's too many people there. Just figured I'd stop just for a moment just to show you the Canadian BDR route that I'm doing, the Kootenays one. And you can see I'm back on track. I was just kind of camping out in here, and now I'm zooming back up. I'm going to get to take a ferry up here. That'll be another hour and a bit. I got a ways to go, all right? Just wanted to show you that we're on track. One of the things I really like about Sidecar is I have so many tracks in there, like a ridiculous amount. And they would crisscross and be really complicated. And today what I did is I said, hide all tracks, all of them. And then I went into my Canadian BDR folder for the Kootenays and I said, show all tracks. So I'm showing all the tracks inside that folder, hidden everything else, get rid of all that clutter, that confusion, that mayhem. And that's just another neat little tool that we have. Another way I could have done it is left all my other tracks showing and then just highlighted the track I wanted to follow in yellow. And that has its place too. I just thought today, let's get rid of the spaghetti, make it really nice and clean, and just go for it. All right, let's go. Look, someone went in. Tire tracks, they didn't clear the corner. It must have been a big long RV or something. Wow, that would have been scary. might stop for a tiny little break. I wasn't actually going to stop until I saw the mighty DR here. I'm like, oh, gotta pull in, say hi, check out the store. So let's go. It's pretty cool in there. I got Lorraine's homemade Ranger cookies. That sounds like fun. And Lorraine's homemade banana bread. And a coffee. Nice. This is a gorgeous road. You can see I've got two problems. This big truck and smoke. There are a lot of fires going on in BC right now. And we've really driven into it. You can taste it. You can taste the smoke in the air. Problem. Welcome to downtown Castle. Cute little town. I'm going to keep zooming. I've got miles to make today. Okay, there's been some significant drama. My bike notified me on the way into town that my key was out of range. I'm like, okay, that's fine. It's in my butt bag. No big deal. I can see how that would happen. I got here, bike wouldn't go on. I stopped over just to check my track. Bike wouldn't go on. So I went to grab my butt bag and it's gone. I have no butt bag. It's gone. So I have been back and forth doing some texting. Someone found it and placed it somewhere. So now I'm working on either getting a ride or getting someone to pick it up. And it is a huge problem, but hopefully people will be helpful and resourceful. Wham! Okay, time for an update. Bag was found, taken to a different general store than the one I was talking to. I phoned that one, talked to Mike. Mike said he talked to any customers that came through that he knew that might be coming down to Caslow. Someone's coming down to Caslow with my bag. So I wheeled the bike from up there to there, so I can stand in this shade. And I was chatting with these guys up there. And his dog, they were super nice to me. See? It's not all bad. It's gonna be fine. Here it is. A guy named Corey brought it down, dropped it off. Wouldn't take my money. I'm happy to pay it. Look how loose this is. Who knows what happened. Here's what I think happened. When I was in the store, I had my GoPro right here. And then when I came out, I took it off of there and put it on the bike. And in doing so, I think I did that. So after a little while of breathing, and then I stood up and the whole thing popped off. I'm gonna have to rethink my program. I'm so happy! Rolling again. Man, what a freakish series of events. Thank you. And off we go. Okay, fresh battery. That's my little charging system I've got here. That, make sure the elastic goes over the top. Plugged into USB on the bike. Love it. So yeah, now I'm headed into the pass. This is quite a long section. I was just saying when my battery died that sometimes I run an Enduro Pro, sometimes an Enduro. Pro means programmable. I have it set up to be snappy throttle, stiffest suspension, all that stuff. And Enduro is just a little less. And it's fine. I quite enjoy it. Oh, nice creek. Okay. I'm guessing it's going to be the up one because I've been told that when September rolls around, this isn't always passable. great. I would peg this section right here, probably some of the hardest stuff, at about 2. So gravel road's 1, this is a 1 right here, got the occasional bump in it. 2 is just where you got to think about it a little bit more. There's the occasional cross ditch on a portion of the road, and some bigger rocks you don't want to hit because you'll bang your rim pretty hard. Yeah, it's been great. And obviously, you've seen the scenery. It's amazing. I didn't expect the trail to get this good and the views to be this big. I didn't. Maybe because I'm from the Okanagan and it's just kind of different. This is stunning. It's like old mining country, right? I think that's the deal. A lot of the backcountry here. Certainly forestry is a big deal too, but look at this place. I wish I could have recorded my reaction coming in here because it's different. But my battery was dead and I didn't want to stop because I was worried if I didn't get there and someone passed me, they'd take the last campsite. Well, look around. There's nobody here. There are 4 people, 4 individuals down closer to the beach in the day use area. But there's more campsites over there. I don't get it. I gotta check this out and see if it's like some Blair Witch thing going on because there should be a lot of people here. Maybe it's slimy and no one wants to go in. I don't know. You're a little freaky. That's okay. I'm not fussy. I've had a long day. Didn't make it through both sections, but you guys know I had a little bit of a problem. I made a bit of a mistake. I went down to the lake there. Had my shoes on, stepped in, went right up to here and muck. And that's what my feet look like after I pulled them out of my shoes. And I don't have enough water to rinse them. I got that. And I got about 2 liters of dromedary bag water, which kind of tastes funny. So maybe I'll sacrifice it. But don't step in the goose shit lake. It's yucky. I'm just glad I still have my shoe. I didn't want to come out. Okay, check this out. I boiled a full pot of water in my super cute little thingy there, kettle from Japan. Poured it all in there. It's probably going to be too much water, and I'm okay with it. I told you my plan before. That is, take a little bit of the instant potato mix, and the packaging sucks, so I always put it in its own Ziploc. And voila! So we're going to wrap it in the schmog, stuff it in the boot. You guys know the program, and see you in 20 minutes. While my food is cooking away down there, I want to show you what Roger's made here. This is the printout package that accompanies the SD card for the BDR. And there's an overview one. It's going to be tough for me to do this with one hand without, because I got to hold the camera. Every day has a page with great descriptions, nice color printout, and then a detailed map, which is really handy. So I'm actually starting section 1 tomorrow, after I finish ripping from right where my thumb is, up to there, to the top. So I did 6 and part of 5 today with the whole key thing. And so yeah, what's going to happen is I'm going to go zooming down there and go to Fernie tomorrow. And apparently this section is really cool in that I will not see civilization all the way from Radium down to Fernie. And that's pretty far. That's 215 kilometers. But every day's like that. I don't want to mess these. Well, I can resort them later, but you know, it's really tough to show you. But it's really a quality product. I'm super happy I decided to do this weekend. Andrew's not available. He's hurt and he's helping to do some roofing job. So here I am. Yeah, having a great time. Awesome. Fresh from the boot into the bowl. Now it's a soup and I want more of a stew. So we're going to put this in. I'll get it all mixed up and then I'll show you. Okay, I've got about half my soup and half my chunks in there. That's not going to be a very hearty meal. So let's just grab some of this and see if it does what I think it's going to do. Every other time I've made this, the potatoes are literally instant potatoes. I might need to add a little more than that. There we go. Mm-hmm. It's thickening right up. I'm gonna throw a bunch of habanero hot sauce in there. Delicious. I think it needs more. What do you think? Let's make it more of it's a slurry now. Make it more like a hungry man. Oh, don't add too much. Have to flash up more water. It'll be fine. Okay, it might have been a little bit thick, so I just grabbed some of that because I have more. Chucked it in there. That looks good, hey? I don't know if it looks good. It does taste good. And the hot sauce is spicy, but it's all gone.
Good morning. I'm tearing down camp. Oh, my pot just boiled. Turn that off before it freaks out too much. I'm gonna try this Happy Yak Chia Delight with almond and cranberries. That's what it looks like on the inside. And I put the water in for 15 to 18 minutes and shove it in the boot and let it cook away and get it all seasoned up boot style. That looks pretty delicious. Actually, I did taste a little bit. It is really quite good. And I threw some of my dried blueberries on it. Have that and then finish packing, then boom, out of here. Here we go. There's a little bit of ash on everything, including my tent this morning when I got up. Pretty impressed by this. It's getting pretty tight, figured out, but then again, I am low on water. I've eaten a bunch of my food, so everything's gonna shrink in a little bit, which is nice, but I need more food and more water, so it's just gonna get big again. I'm leaving shamefully late today. I stalled it. There's a time zone change, and I had a nap, what can I say? You don't get the best sleeps out here on your skinny little mattresses. Weird noises. So I had a little catch up. Now I'm really gonna have to boogie today. That's alright. I'm actually on no particular schedule. I'm not sure what this background is, but it sure is nice. A lot of little houses, RVs parked out here. I just came from Wassa where I filled up my water bladder, had a little snack, and hit the road. We're headed to Radium now. And just like that, we're on gravel. All right. Last night I was lying in bed and my ears were ringing, and I promised myself I would wear my earplugs. So if I can just figure out where they are, here they are. These are kind of neat. They're made by Loop. They look funny. These particular ones have the little extra thing in to help keep up more sound. But they make it when you're talking, like when I talk on the camera, it sounds so funny, like you're talking inside your head. These particular Loop ones make it not so weird. So, in a loud environment where you have to have conversation still, these are a good way to go. This is looking really good. Oh, Roger, what have you found? Had a little bit of this really soft silt every now and then. That wasn't bad there. Something to be aware of. Once you notice that it can appear in one area, look ahead, look for the signs of it, because that stuff can be pretty dodgy at times. Same with ruts. There's been a certain type of soil that we get into and out of on the roads here that will rut up. So if I start seeing shallow ruts here, I'll look ahead to where it's deeper and see if I'm going to have to encounter ruts, if I can maneuver around them, ditch a bunch of speed, whatever. And then as Roger was pointing out, he actually got injured quite badly
by some ruts that went right through a corner. Deep ruts. He was stuck in a rut through a corner and he had a bad crash. So yeah, be aware. Pay attention. Okay, here I've been given some options. If I zoom out, I can go left, hit the highway and go up to Canal Flats, and then proceed up the left here. That looks nice, alongside the lake. Or I could go basically straight ahead here, come up through there. This looks like the way I'm supposed to come down though, or it's gonna interact with it, so I guess, yeah, I think I'm gonna go left towards Canal Flats and zoom up that way, and then I'll make my choices when I'm coming back down. Choose your own adventure, right? That's fun. Not everything is being spoon-fed to you. Okay, we're about to hit the highway. I'm gonna turn off the camera. Normally, if it wasn't smoky, there'd be so much to look at here. It's stunning. Some of the best views I've ever seen. But it's smoky, so we'll just let the batteries charge in here and I'll save what I have in here. All right, see ya. You remember the swamp I stepped in last night? Well, we're gonna do a little pressure wash. Yeah. I'll have to keep looking back because those guys are going to want to escape, but for now, things are looking good. Okay, I have my next segment highlighted in sidecar here. You can see it's 215 kilometers. I'm going to get up to 1600 meters elevation. I did change the track color to yellow, so it'll be super easy to follow. Easy peasy. Apparently this is all backcountry until I get to Fernie, so I'm thrilled. Nice. Okay, I've left that beautiful pavement section. My shoes are still here. I'm not going to trust them to stay on a gravel road, so they're going to get put inside. Okay, the trip has not been very eventful. It's a fast Forest Service road, but nothing much to see because of the smoke. I would have been going down this way, but it is very closed due to fire. Sign, pylons, all that stuff. So now I've highlighted this track over here, which is going to bail me out on 93. But don't worry, I'll get back. I'll go over here. There's a junction I was at this morning where I decided to go left. Now I'll go this way and try again. Okay? Not the first BDR that forest fires have messed with. Or messed with me on my plans. It's fine. Hopefully with the GoPro you can see the fires burning. It's all very smoky here, obviously, all across the side. So this year in British Columbia we've already had more forest burned than any other time in history. It's awful. And we've had a bad last decade, really. And here I am out here burning around in my motorcycle, burning fossil fuels. And you know what, it's not just BC that's having problems. The whole world is having problems with global warming, instability, all that other kind of stuff. Here's how I wrap my head around all this. I know that my bike emits carbon. And for $8 for every 1,000 kilometers I ride, I can buy offsets. And there's lots of different ways that can happen and different value amounts. But what I do is I double it, because the rest of my bike has a carbon footprint too. The tires I burn off, the bike being made, everything. So I just double it and do $16 per 1,000 kilometers. Right now I'm going through an organization called Motorcycle Offsetters. They're the first guys to get set up in our particular industry. I quite like them. And I just encourage you to look into it. If you're like, Scott, that's stupid, it doesn't work and all that, maybe just do a little research. Certainly don't call me out and hate me. I've had a couple people do that. I'm like, wow, why would you say I'm such an idiot? for doing this. At the very worst, you could think that I'm wasting my money. Okay? Well, I say you just hang in there. You're going to hear more about this. Not just from me. Some ruts. Let's just stay out of them. If I get in a rut, I'm going to reduce my speed, look straight ahead, not down. You know, in some ways it's safer that I'm out here on this particular bike than, say, my 790 Rally or my 450, each of which could do the trip. But I'd want to go faster. I have all that suspension and awesome. And then what do you do when you're going really fast? You come around a corner and there's a bunch of that fesh or big ruts. You have a big problem is what happens. Okay, as of right now, I've navigated to the opposite end. This is the road that is closed and had me take the detour, which is fine. Come back some other time. I just came from my right over there, over the bridge. Now we're gonna go this way. Carry on. I've been thinking throughout today that this is the best bike I've ever had for riding on gravel. Look at that. Pretty. On gravel roads. I'm sitting right now and I'm going slower. It's for better audio. But whether I'm standing or sitting, this is the most planted bike on gravel roads that I've ever ridden. And it's not like I've ridden everything, but I've had a KTM 790, a 501, Husqvarna. I have a 990 right now, and I had a 1090 KTM. The 1090 KTM is the second best bike on a gravel road that I've ever ridden. But this is just great. I think this is just the ultimate backroad exploring bike, especially when you combine it with the fact that it can carry a ton of luggage, it can carry a ton of fuel, really get out there, and it's just such a high quality machine. It's perfect. It's perfect for where we live here in southern British Columbia, and I bet you it's perfect for just about everywhere else too. I love it. I've made a little navigation error. Somewhere way back around the other side of Mount Bizarro, I was supposed to turn and go over to Fernie. Now, I'm doing something quite different. Bummer. My phone went off. I'm like, it's fine. There really don't appear to be any options. I wonder what that was like. Man, well, I get to do this again, because I'm missing out on a few things, but we're gonna get down to Highway 3 and then we'll figure out where to go from there. Huh, what a big dummy. I would have been in Fernie by now. Jackass. Okay, I drove back like 50 or 60K to Fernie. Roger's got plans for me. Roger's made a nice route. I didn't want to miss all that stuff. Only to get back to find out that that was the coolest part.
river setting. I'll fold in later on. Bike, fences here, carpet across there. It was good. Been a windy pack up this morning, so let's get out of here and maybe go find some coffee.
Dash, caution. So that's just like a silt that shows up all of a sudden, and it's very sugary. No, it's smaller than sugar granules. It's just powder. If someone was behind me, they wouldn't be able to see anything. Luckily it was small and and not that deep. Had good traction on the bottom. Sometimes in California or Baja, you run into patches of it, and it's just a nightmare. There's some more on the right. Just carefully go around this corner. It's not that bad. Just playing it safe. Oh, we got some road chickens. Go, 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 go. Alright, the spiciest yet. Bunny, 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 bunny. Oh, we got a runner. Oh, wow. Okay, here we've got a particularly nasty bit. Whoa. I'm gonna play it super safe. My feet even sink in. Look at this. You could get stuck in that. This is kind of like riding a skinny. Gotta keep my head up. Keep my head up. You can also drag your brake in this a little bit, which is what I'm doing. Can't remember why. Uh-oh. Now the bike finally went down. Oh, dainty. You're so big. Let's see. It's back on the cylinder heads. Now we're gonna give her plenty of leg action. Stand motorcycle upright. Well, thank you, BMW. Kind of wanna get lower. Might have to pull the luggage off. Oh, this is where I run into problems. Height challenge. Come on. My feet are moving in the sand. Look. Squishing the sand. Okay. Wow. That was fun. A breather. That's deep. Front tire. I don't know where it happened. Who knows? I'm breathing through my mouth, aren't I? I was in second gear, or maybe it shifted when I dumped it. Just waddling along. Look at the tracks in front of me. I don't know if you can see them. They're pretty wild. Everybody's having fun. Look at that one. I'm not the only chimp out here. Oh yeah, baby. I said it earlier, I don't know where this term came from. Fesh is what I've heard that's called. Ah, what a funny name. I'm in downtown Creston right now. Just had an amazing snack. It's 11 o'clock in the morning. And so yeah, I'm already done the one segment for the day. I'm going to head into the second. And apparently there's a bit of a dodgy set of switchbacks I have to go down that the guidebook says might not be all that easy on a big bike, especially if it's heavily loaded, but I'm going to go take a look. So as I approach these switchbacks, I come in wide, and then I look to straighten her out a little bit. I'm coming in wide so I can see a long distance around the corner. I've made the mistake of coming around too tight, even just on double track climbs, and then boom, all of a sudden there's a big baby head that you would have seen if you had taken the right path. And I've gone down and I've smacked my engine and dumped out all my oil. Quick way to end the day. Okay, I just checked out these two waypoints. That one says steep ahead, and that one says keep left. You see it's just a faint trail. I don't have the high res here. We'll get down a little closer and take a look. I have questions. How was it?
It's not that bad. Not as bad as we heard it was going to be.
Okay.
But,
I'm going to pre-inspect because I'm pretty heavy.
yeah.
I only have two wheels. But yeah, we're right there. This is the crux, right?
Yeah, if you turn around here and just kind of switch backs down.
Yeah.
Pretty loose.
Yeah.
But, I think
I think the left looks better. Putting my bum way back, touching my top roll. Using mostly rear brake. Hasn't slipped yet. A lot of weight back there. Oh, a little bit. One nice thing about these bikes is when you grab the front, it's also applying some back. So I'm just telling it even more back. Okay. Hey, this is no problem. Just done a little trouble with line selection. There we go. This would be a little bit of a handful coming up. You definitely want to one-shot it. It'd get awfully tiring if you had to do this more than once. Okay, I'm going wide just to get a longer chance to look. Okay, in the back seat. Okay, we're gonna have to let it roll a little bit there. Good, good. Picking my path. I think the left is looking better. Make the decision, look ahead, gauge the core. It's a little, see, I'm in a rut. I could just nurse it down here. Just a couple steps. I love that the front brake also applies a little back. I just gotta make like 6 more feet. Then that's fine. Hey, get back on track. Okay, I got a big pile of rocks right in front of me. Just gonna let my tire get past that. Back end might come up a little here. Okay. No problem. I am glad there are other people out here right now and sweeping, because this should not be done that lightly. Not as lightly as what I did. But that's why you need dummies like me to come out, film this, communicate back to other riders. You can see it. That's a high 3, maybe a 4. If you're not good at line choice, it's going to be a 4. And see, a descent like that on my 990, that's 2011, would have been tougher. I have more suspension, but it's not as good at carrying a load. It's got that going against it. And it doesn't have ABS in the front. If that sucker locks up, you're going down. That's a big bike to be going down on, let me tell you. It's no fun. Okay, gonna keep an eye open here. Don't love my inside corner choice here. Oh, we did it. You better be recording. You are recording. For a minute there I was like, maybe I'm not recording. Whew. Well, folks, looks like there's only one switchback left. As you can probably tell, I'm full coasting, not using any engine braking. I can just feel what's going on with the bike better. Might be a bad habit. I've never been to a training program where they teach you how to go down something pretty difficult with full camping gear. Yeah, baby. So take note, if you're doing this BDR in reverse direction, you've got to get up all that. Not a big deal on a 500. Not that big of a deal on a middleweight adventure bike, like a Kootenay 790, 890. Definitely a big deal on a heavyweight like this. That would be a hell of a climb. Let's call it a 4 going up and a 3 going down. A solid 3 coming down. And it's sustained, like this has been a long stretch. And then a little creek. That's lovely. Ta-da! Oh, I can feel a breeze. Loosen off the hands. That was great. Shouldn't have done it. Shouldn't have done it. But it was great. Sorry, Mom. Sorry, Marcel. You know, on second thought, I think we better call that descent a difficulty 4. It's not easy. And we don't want people coming out saying, well, Scott said it was only a 3 and I've ridden lots of 3s at the adventure bike gathering. No, that's tougher. That's got more consequences, more exposure. It's a solid 4 now, I'm thinking. And it might even be a 5 to climb. Let's go with 4 down, 5 up. Then no one's going to say we're sandbagging it. We're just trying to keep everyone safe, having a good time, and choosing the right bike to bring to the right place. Okay, I just finished a beautiful, relatively high speed, not filmed, section of highway, and now I'm right at the border here, and Roger's route says I'm going to follow a really nice little river on dirt, and then my goal is to get to Roslyn, refuel, say hi to a buddy, talk with Greg, and then carry on, find somewhere to camp. Awesome. What a day. Every time I look down at my temperature, it's 1 or 2 degrees hotter. It's now 37 degrees Celsius. That is really hot. The hottest I've ridden in is 39. I had to drink like a liter of water every hour with 500 milligrams of sodium. Wow. Well, I had a nice visit with my buddy Greg. Had some food. I left Roslyn. Back at it. Let's see how much more I can cover today. We're having a little weather. I'm trying to get down the mountain reasonably quickly because it's worse up there. Might be dry in the valley. Okay, these are some really big raindrops. And we have come out the other side of the rainstorm. I'm fun in there. Wow. It was really coming down at times where I'm like, I'm not taking my hands off the handlebars to turn on the camera. Nope. Now I'm heading into the blow dryer. Windy, quite a bit warmer. See what happens next. I don't know. Ooh, I can feel some water running down the back of my legs. That's fun. Adventure! Well, folks, we made it to Grand Forks. Hit another windstorm, more rain, got pushed around a bunch. But I'm fine. I'm drying off too. I'm gonna keep pushing through, find a campsite, set up, and chill. I was just thinking about maybe pushing all the way to home, and then there's this campsite. And it's not on the map. That's alright. Just gonna check it out. Or I can go up to Greenwood and see what's up there. Look at this place. Wow. Hey, nice bike. Is that 1090 or an 1190? Looks like a 1090. Different windscreen. It's all kitted up. Here we are. Here's my neighbor.
The little trail. Yeah, you can go.
Good old 1090. Well done. She looks good. Not too scratched up yet. I don't know. You can work on that. It's a little bashed in though. That's.
Yeah, but it's
You'd be proud of that.
It's the first owner.
That wasn't you.
No.
Oh, I'd own that.
No, this one is me.
Let's see.
On a brick roll.
Oh, there you go. On a brick roll. Cool. Well, it's nice running in India. You can hear the bike warming up in the background. That's it for this campsite. Best sleep of the trip. Right over there. Mild, soft bed. Good dinner. Time to skedaddle. I had a really nice chat with Mary there from Quebec with the 1090. She's out doing a 21-day adventure on her way back home now. Does it by herself because, you know, it's sometimes hard to find compatible people to travel with. And I just have to say one thing. Thumbs up, man. Just get out there and do it. Oh, it's been a great combination of twisty back roads today, and look at this little spot here. It's gorgeous. That road was fantastic. We just turned off. Look at this. Amazing. Gorgeous. If it were a hot day, I'd be looking for a way to get down there for a swim. I just came out of another really cool little sidetrack that I would have never found. Let me sit down for a sec so you can hear me a little bit better. I have just a few things to say about this BDR as it wraps up. These are not the tracks you get from your buddy. This is not the guys went out for 4 or 5 days of riding and this is what they found or where they stayed, and here you can have my tracks. This is so much better. This is the result of a lot of really careful planning. Multiple trips out here, obviously, to find where these cool little side things go and if they're going to be the right difficulty and fit for adventure bikes. And it comes with an accompanying kit where you can find out, you know, the lowdown on each of the segments for each of the days. I do think you can do 2 segments in a day if you want to get up early and just go all day. If you want to have long days. If you want to rise late, have long lunches and have dinners and relax, then do 1 a day. I suggest you get over to the website, CanadaBDR.com, I believe. I'll put it on the bottom of the screen, obviously. And check it out. Grab what he's got. They're inexpensive. They're fantastic. And my hope is that in the future we can work more closely with him so that you can get them right through that Moto app. Pay Roger's little fee right through the app, and boom, have them on your phone. It would be so easy, wouldn't it? I won't be sharing these tracks in TMA the way that I usually do. These are Roger's assets. He's put a lot of time, energy, and money into these. I will not be sharing them. Hope you enjoy the video. Hope you enjoy the pictures. And yeah, I'm sure we're not done yet, but I just had to get that in before the end of the day. As soon as I hit Highway 6, you've already seen me film that, I'll punch out. That's about it for now. Let's see what else happens. Hopefully nothing too crazy. You know what this means? 1 more kilometer and then it's over. It's been a great trip. I hope you enjoyed the video. I know it's going to be a long one. If you haven't already, join that Moto app, thatmotoapp.com. Use the voucher code on the screen below. What you've seen here in Sidecar is like 2% of the whole thing. So don't make any judgments that it's just another navigation tool, because it's a lot bigger than that. And hey, in 2 weeks' time, we're going to be down in the Kootenays. Craig, Luke, we're going to be riding your network, so hopefully we can get in touch. Maybe even meet up while we're down there. You got some good stuff going on down there. So that's it. Play the music.